Mayor Young and other elected officials get a 2.5% raise. A 93-year-old man shoots an apartment manager over water damage. And a veteran Baltimore police officer has been charged with burglary. Today on The Diamond K Show. Welcome back to Radio on Fire, live from the RFN television studio here in Baltimore. My name is Diamond K. Thank you for joining me. Man, there's so much to get into, so much news on my desk. The death of an Iranian general is setting things all over the place. I think that the irony of the impeachment scandal that is going on, the timing is everything. So the irony of this impeachment scandal, Trump is getting impeached, is getting ready to go to the Senate. They're talking about bringing in some more people to testify, and then they bomb this general who they could have, killed many times over. A distraction. Trump is a master of distraction. So is this going to backfire? Is the death of this general, is that going to bring the comeback of ISIS? Is that going to cause Iran to restart the nuclear weapons developments? Is this death going to force Americans out of Iraq? Who knows? Was one man worth all of this? No, to put it simply. But clear by the hour, Trump had his own reasons for this assassination. Okay? He had one of, actually the number 2 most important political figure in Iran killed. Why? Had little to do with satisfying his oath to protect and defend America. It had little to do with that. The reasons appear to be similar to the reasons that he's getting impeached now. It's very similar to the reasons that the whole Ukraine debacle was going on, because he stood to gain personally from it. That's why it happens. Understand this. Trump doesn't do anything unless it benefits him. But I think that this is going to backfire. I do. I think that it's going to backfire. Remember this. An impeached president is a desperate president. Headlines dominated by Trump's disgrace and what comes next. He didn't want that, right? He didn't want that. But it's a moving thing. It's got legs and stuff, and it is still going. So we're going to see. We killed. I'm gonna say we. America killed this general.
French.
And right, we. America killed this general, and with drones. Then they had their 3 days of mourning in Iran, and then they threw some bombs back. We're going to see what happens next. Whether it's going to be sanctions, whether it's going to be more things. A plane did go down in that area, but no Americans were on board. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens with that. But as I said, a lot of things that I want to get into. Let's take a quick break. Let's come back, and we're going to talk about Mayor Jack Young and other Baltimore elected officials getting a raise. And we're going to do that. You listen to the Diamond K Show. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to the Diamond K Show here on Radio on Fire. As I said, I'm excited. We are in the RFN TV studios here in Baltimore. Thank you for joining me. Let me dive into some Baltimore topics. Mayor Jack Young and other elected officials getting a 2.5% raise. And before I bring in Nikki, let me say this. On your job, wherever you work, okay, you may have to produce positive results in order to get a raise. However, in Baltimore, the mayor, city council members, and people on the liquor board are entitled to an automatic 2.5% pay increase if any union employee receives a raise in the city budget. So regardless of the conditions of the city, regardless of the crime, regardless of any of the things that would be metrics to get a gauge, to get a handle on the job that the mayor's doing and some of these elected officials, they're going to get a raise regardless, right? This is as of January 1, 2020. So Nikki, did you hear about this?
No, I'm just hearing about this. So can you go back? I need clarification.
Sure.
So you said that if anyone in the union gets a raise.
Yep. So according to a 2007 law, this city that is supposedly strapped for cash when it really matters is increasing Mayor Bernard Jack Young's salary from $185K to $190K.
Okay.
The comptroller, Joan Pratt, and city council president, Brandon Scott, saw a boost from $122K to about $125K. And the city council VP, Sharon Middleton, she went from $79K to $80K. Okay? A little bit above $80K. Mm-hmm. The rest of the city council members are going to see their pay go from $71K to about $73K. And the liquor board members got the smallest bump. Their salaries up a little bit more than $32K. So these raises, to your question, these raises were triggered due to the fact that some local unions got some raises of at least 2% in the last budget.
That's crazy. Oh,
and this is not because of the quality of work that the city officials produced.
Who came up with this?
It goes back to 2007.
Who came up with this?
So on your job or anybody else's job, you have what is called a review, right?
Well,
you get like a yearly review, right?
You get a yearly review. However, there's also the cost of living. Is this do they get cost of living?
This is not cost of living. It's 2.5%. And like I said, it's contingent on if union employees receive a raise in the city budget.
I don't understand how they're connected.
If anybody in the union gets it, then they're going to get it automatically.
I don't.
All right?
Yeah, I guess I don't get it because I don't understand the connection between the union and the city official. Like, why would that be a thing? Like, who came up with this?
Yeah, you just got to do it.
That's crazy.
They got to dip into that. So the Board of Estimates reviewed the raises today. Mayor Jack Young, Brandon Scott, and Ms. Pratt are all on the Board of Estimates, but they reportedly did not vote. Reportedly, okay.
That's terrible.
Even though the mayor, here's the thing that bothers me the most. I don't even know if it's the raises that bother me the most. Even though the mayor is making nearly $5K more, he still makes less than some people in his whole crew, right? The finance director, Henry Raymond, he makes $215K. The housing director, Michael Braverman, makes $200K. And the police commissioner, Michael Harrison, makes $275K. So, I mean, they make way more money than him, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Brandon Scott and Mayor Young both claim that they're going to donate their increases to charity.
They should, as they should. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no merit or warrant. It is no merit in that raise.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
like I can't.
Definitely.
They haven't done anything to warrant a raise. Like that's
at
crazy.
all. At all.
Somebody needs to review that. That is it a law
here's
or
the thing.
statute or whatever? Someone
who's going
needs
to review it? All the people who would complain about it are getting raises so they wouldn't complain. It's conveniently done.
That's horrible.
It's pretty slick, right? Slick and slippery.
Government corruption at its best.
All right. You're listening to Radio on Fire, the Tommy K Show. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and we're talking about OGs busting them guns. We'll do that after this. You're listening to Radio on Fire. And we are back. Your man Dominic K in here. We are Radio on Fire, the voice of urban America. Dominic K in here alongside Nikki. How you doing, Nikki?
I'm good.
So a 93-year-old man shot an apartment manager over some water damage to his unit. Now, the OG was seemingly fed up with the water damage in his apartment. He was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So what did he do? He pulled up on the apartment manager. Take a look at this video. So as you see, the elderly man pulled out a chair so the apartment manager could sit down. Then he went on to pull out a gun and shot the manager twice, point blank range. The 93-year-old is facing attempted murder. Thankfully, the manager's injuries are not life-threatening. The 93-year-old could not shoot that well, but he shot well. No, I mean, he's right in his face, and he didn't hit any vital organs or anything.
He should go to jail.
Property managers beware. He is 93.
He should be in jail for the rest of his life.
I mean, he's 93. I mean, the rest of his life could be 1 year.
I don't care. It should be whatever it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Also,
that's crazy.
I mean, yeah. Also, a 17-year veteran of the Baltimore County Police Department was charged with third-degree burglary and second-degree assault. Right?
Okay.
Did you hear about this?
Actually, I was just kind of sort of reading about it.
Yeah. One of Baltimore County's finest. Like I said, he got 17 years in the game, so to speak. Right. Mm-hmm. He's 35 years old. Officer Frank Wilcox, and he worked the White Marsh precinct. Okay. You been in that area before?
Definitely.
So he's off. He's off work. Just before 1 a.m. earlier this week, the police that were on duty responded to the 7400 block of Blevins Avenue for a reported assault. A domestic dispute fueled an argument between the off-duty Wilcox and the homeowners. According to police, he forced his way in and pushed the victim to the ground. He ended up leaving the scene before the police arrived, but he later turned himself in. So, I mean, this to me shows an example of an officer out of control. You're off work, but you're trying to carry it like, you would if you were still a police officer.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, have you dealt with an officer like this before that you knew of? No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's very strange. Very strange that he has not been fired. He's not been fired. Now, the police spokesman, Corporal Sean Vinson, said this: the officers of the Baltimore County Police Department are obligated to not only enforce the law, but to uphold the law in both their professional and personal lives. That's something that, that goes without saying.
Right.
definitely not exercised here. He continued, the allegations that have been made in this case are serious and very concerning. They are not representative of the values and ethics of many of the officers and professional staff of the Baltimore County Police Department who dedicate their lives to ensuring the safety of others. Well-prepared lawyer statement. Right. Wilcox has been suspended without pay, and he has a preliminary hearing set for January 31st. So should somebody like this, should he be fired, or should this be a warning shot? Does it depend on his record?
I think, honestly, I think it depends on his record. I mean, I think sometimes, even though I'm not trying to defend the police at all, it just, they're human.
Sure.
And if some other things were going on and maybe this was his first offense, then it's kind of like, right. So I don't know. I think it depends on his record.
Depends on his record. Yeah. I agree. Fair. I think it depends on his record. But let's keep in mind that this is somebody, lives close to him, I'm assuming. So he has a relationship with this person. I mean, somebody that he knows. Right. This could continue to spark up. I don't know. Too. You have to.
But police officers, they have to hold themselves to a higher standard than others. So, I mean, I don't know. I have mixed emotions.
17-year veteran. He knew better than this.
That's what I'm saying. Something else could have been going on in his life. Like something. Right. Who knows what was going on? Like.
Okay. You listen to Diamond K Show. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Here on Radio on Fire. For the latest news, views, and entertainment, head on over to radioonfire.com. Of course, you can support the movement by becoming a member. radioonfire.com/join. It's the Diamond K Show. We are Radio on Fire, the voice of urban America.
I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. I need a pretty girl. Give me a pretty girl. Came in this game with fame. Neighborhood knew my name. Pretty girls knew my name. Still the same, nothing changed. See how she poke it out. Rough sex, choke it out. Tongue go in and out. 420, smoke it out. Time flies, move fast. 220 on the dash. Keep sweat, make it last. Keep sweat, make it last.